Okay, it says we are live on Facebook. So, okay, welcome to Live with the Locals. Today we're interviewing Lane Tunstall from Board+Brie. And if this is your first time to tune in with Live with the Locals, we're interviewing local businesses to see how we as a community can support them during these uncertain times. So Lane, welcome.
Everybody does that. Welcome.
Welcome to Live with the Locals. We're happy to have you here.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Lane, why don't you tell us a little bit about your business for people that are new to the area or maybe unfamiliar with Board+Brie? Tell us a little bit about what you're about.
Definitely. So I started out doing charcuterie boards, and it's really evolved into, well, not right now, but it did evolve into weddings and big events, big grazing tables. So basically just a giant charcuterie board on a table with maybe some flowers and fun props. And now with everything going on, it's really evolved into grazing boxes, which is basically all the contents of a charcuterie board that we just put in a box for easy transport.
Okay. And tell us, do you actually have like a brick and mortar building, or where's your business located? Are you more mobile?
Yeah, I'm definitely mobile. I don't have a brick and mortar building. Anton and Nicole at Anton's African Cuisine are very kind to let me use their space a lot. So we've been doing every Saturday local pickups where people local or anywhere in DFW can drive and actually pick up things. But we also deliver, and before everything going on as well, we were doing a lot of things in people's homes, like parties and charcuterie boards and grazing tables at different venues for weddings and parties.
Okay. And you're talking about the Antons in Roanoke, right?
Yes.
Okay. And when do you said you're there on Saturdays?
They're on Saturdays.
So if people want to stop by and pick up one of your grazing boxes, do you have to order it, or can you just show up on Saturday?
Yes, it's definitely better to order before, just because it is a process to put all the boxes together. So we do ask that you order before, either through our Facebook page, our Instagram page, or our website. I do make a few extra every Saturday, but I definitely recommend that you order before, just so you're guaranteed to have the size that you want.
Okay, good deal. So I would love to hear a little bit about what you're doing differently. I know with this whole COVID thing, everybody's kind of having to adjust their business to kind of accommodate what's going on in the world. So talk to us a little bit about some changes that you've made to still be able to conduct business during these times.
My grazing boxes have definitely been the biggest change. I've always had the grazing boxes, and I actually have one here. I just wanted to show everybody. So I know it's a new type. It's like a new type of thing. So I just wanted to show everybody so you can see what I'm talking about. So it's basically a bakery box with a charcuterie board in the box. So really, that's been the biggest change. Instead of doing big grazing tables for events, parties, weddings, and big boards for get-togethers, it's all been these smaller grazing boxes. Just because of social distancing, people aren't getting together, so no one needs like a huge spread. But it's great to have a grazing box for like wine tasting at home, or just, we've had great weather lately, just to be outside with a glass of wine or your beverage of choice with your grazing box.
Mm-hmm.
And also another huge thing that really didn't happen before in my business is gift giving. So it's really turned into a lot of people giving them as gifts, to maybe sending them to their parents. I have one client who sent them to 6 people on her street. So that was super fun, like taking them all, sitting on the porch, ringing the doorbell, walking away, and then seeing all my clients' friends and neighbors actually get the box. Yeah. Really, I guess I've just gone from doing maybe, a huge wedding on Saturday to like 40 of these grazing boxes.
Okay.
It's weird because it's kind of the same amount of food, but it's just smaller groups of people.
Right. Well, I want everybody to know that I ordered one of your boxes earlier this week, and it was just that It was so awesome. I loved it. The quality of cheeses, the quality of meats. I felt like in every little cranny of the box, there was like a new little surprise, from the little honey jar of honey with the honey dipper to, I
I
mean,
love
the nuts. It was great. I was really sad when I was done eating it.
And that's what I love. I think we're all craving kind of feeling like an adult right now because we're all home. Maybe we're in our yoga pants. And so when you get a grazing box, you pour yourself a glass of wine, and all of a sudden you feel just a little bit fancy.
Yes, exactly, exactly. I noticed on Facebook that you're doing some virtual classes now too. You want to talk to us about that?
Yes. So before I was doing in-person classes at Wood and Vino in Roanoke, and then also at the Nest in Roanoke. At night, I would do classes where everyone came and they all get a little kit, and the kit everyone has their own like personal charcuterie board.
Mhm.
And then whoever was my assistant that night, we would pass out, like first we would pass out a certain cheese and then a certain cheese until everybody actually made their own charcuterie board in the class. And so actually when all this started happening, the idea did kind of come through my mind to do a virtual class, but at first I was like, oh, I don't know. But then I don't know if you know Krista of All the Sugar in Trophy Club, but she did virtual classes. And so I actually reached out to her and asked her like how it went. And I thought, well, awesome, you do that with cookies and I can do that with the boards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been great. My team and I have been delivering the kits to everyone the day before the class. And then I do a Zoom just like this, and I lead everyone putting a board together. And it's really fun to connect. Even though we're not in person, you're still talking to each other and making a charcuterie board together. And for an hour, you kind of forget about everything going on just because you're having fun and arranging food.
That's nice. Like you said, it's a nice little way to get away from what's going on. You can actually feel like you're doing something productive and it's fun, and then you have some fun things to eat when you're done.
Exactly. Yeah, it's been fun to people, because before, one person buys a ticket, but with this, people have their whole families or they make it into a little date night. So you can have your whole family do it. That's what's neat about it. You can't really bring your whole family to the class in person.
Right, right. Going back to the grazing boxes, where all do you do your deliveries at?
Really, I've been doing them. I have a few people as well with me delivering now this week. We've been really doing all over DFW. I have an awesome client, Irving, who actually works for Coppell schools. And so it's kind of spread over that way, and just referrals and word of mouth. Yesterday, I was in Dallas. The other two girls that were delivering for me were in Coppell, Keller, Southlake.
I think I may have lost you.
Oh, there.
There you are.
Hey.
So we kind of cut off when you were talking about deliveries.
Yeah, so really all over DFW lately. The two girls that are delivering with me, all three of us were all over yesterday. Coppell, Keller, Southlake, Dallas. Really we've been kind of going all over. That's been a new thing too. We were delivering a little bit, but mostly just in the local area. And now it's really from word of mouth and social media, it's kind of spread throughout the area. It's really neat.
That's awesome. Where can people find your delivery schedule?
I post my delivery schedule usually on Sunday or Monday for the coming week. Okay. I'm taking it really a week at a time right now, just because of everything going on, just kind of a little bit uncertainties, and some of my shipments have been, unfortunately a little late. So taking it like a week at a time. So usually on Sundays, I'll post the schedule on my Facebook page for the coming week. But if you don't see your area on there, like always reach out to me, message me through my business page, and we could figure something out. If not that week, then the next week. We always figure something out.
Okay, good deal. Well, when we return to normal, when we're done with this COVID thing and the shelter in place gets lifted and we can actually get out of our homes and go be with people, where do you host classes?
I host classes. Well, my newest thing before this was actually in people's homes. I have a friend, Mackenzie, who actually reached out to me beginning of the year, and she was the first one to actually have a class in her home. And so it was fun. She had all her friends and got them aprons, and I did it in homes. So I've done a lot of homes. And the Nest in Roanoke, Janae, the owner, is a good friend of mine. So there's no kids there. Don't worry. We do it at night. So it's more of like a mom's night out type of thing at the Nest. And then right around the corner at Wood and Vino. And I also had a class scheduled at the Floral Bar right before this. That's postponed. So definitely the Floral Bar in Roanoke too.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you. I think you wanted to talk about a giveaway, right? Weren't you
Yes,
a fun giveaway?
definitely. So I would love to give away a grazing box, and I'm gonna open it because the biggest question I get a lot is what's in the box, and it's a very good question because if I was ordering a box, I would want to know. And the answer is a little more complicated than I guess just certain things, because just because of the uncertainty of everything right now, sometimes certain cheeses are out of stock or certain items. So I don't like to always say this will actually be in there. So what I do say is with the grazing box, the one that feeds 2 to 4 people for $40, you'll always get 5 cheeses. You'll always get free meats. You'll always get honey and preserves and crackers, dried fruit, and nuts. And it will just depend on what's in stock of my favorite cheeses that you'll get, but I promise they'll be good. So in this box, I'm just gonna hold it up and show everyone. So that's what comes in the grazing box. And this one has, hold it up while I talk. This one has manchego, dill, Havarti, pepper salami. What else does it have? Dried figs, brie, wine cheese. Wine cheese is my favorite. And a lot of other things. And I would love to give one away to a person in the local area. And what I did a few weeks ago was I had people nominate someone. It could be someone that just needs a pick-me-up from this whole thing, or maybe they're having a hard time, or maybe they just love cheese. So if you'd like to nominate someone, you can just message me through my business page, and I'll be confidential. I won't say anything of who it is or anything like that. And then we'll decide who we deliver a free grazing box to.
Okay, so just message you through your Facebook page, your business page on Facebook, and just nominate somebody that you think would enjoy one of the grazing boxes. Okay, or just needs a little pick-me-up for the day.
Yeah, exactly, pick-me-up, yeah.
Perfect. I love that. So guys, if you know somebody that needs a little pick-me-up or needs a little sunshine added to their day, I know the grazing box would do just that. I know it put a huge smile on my face when it was on my doorstep. So send Lane a message if you know somebody that would love to receive one of those. Lane, thanks for doing that. That's so fun.
For sure.
Good giveaways, always a lot of fun. So I know you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you have a website. Where else can we find you? Are those the main places we can find you?
Yes, and I'll be at Anton's every Saturday until further notice. Maybe every Saturday until, I don't know, I take a trip. No, I'm just kidding. So, but that won't probably be for a while. So yeah, Anton's every Saturday, my Facebook, Instagram, website, and then my phone. If you're ever kind of unsure, because I know this concept is pretty new with the virtual classes and the boxes, and there's a lot of confusion, like, is this a box? Is this a board? So you can definitely always call me too as well.
Perfect, perfect. I will put your website in the comments below, and I'll also link your Facebook page. And I want to encourage everybody to go like Lane's Facebook page and follow her on Instagram. And I'm sure she would love it if you would write her a review as well. Those are always a great way to support our local businesses. Lane, is there anything else that you would like to tell us?
No, just go ahead and message me to nominate someone for the grazing box.
Yes, I love that. I love that. All right. Well, Lane, thank you so much for joining us today and talking to us about Board+Brie. And I guess we'll see you soon when I order another box.
Thank you, Heather.
Thanks, Lane. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.